Hello there and welcome back to Poland. Last time, well, didn't really do that much. We got our vassals integrated at least, and as such we stand, I dare say, a little bit better than before. Not a lot, but at least a little bit. Today we're probably just going to allow Lithuania to recover the manpower, so to speak, and then we're probably going to attack Muscovy later on. They do have the religious idea, so we don't really have to rush to take them down, but we definitely have to make some moves in that in that area. So I think we're actually going to start propagating a claim on Muscovy, just so we have that casus belli more or less ready. We also have to deal with the Teutonic Order, so I think fabricating a claim on Ostpreußen is not the worst of ideas, but we also again have the coalition here that doesn't really like my doings. So I think again we're plotting that we're going to try and move to England. The main problem, of course, is that we don't really have a good way of getting a core there, and as such, we might have to make some moves here. For instance, Calais, or as I originally planned, just to go over there, vassalize Scotland, vassalize Connaught, and then integrate to get our cores. I think that is probably what we'll end up doing, and that will give us a base of power to work from when it comes to England. And England is allied with Portugal, so we can use that to start, messing about in Spain as well. So there's a lot of possibilities here, but I am definitely a little bit unsure on what I want to do, to be perfectly honest. Coalition-wise, we have Bohemia. Brandenburg is no longer in the coalition, I think, but they're allied with Austria, so that puts them out of my reach, more or less, unfortunately. The Hansa is someone else I could potentially fabricate claims on, and I'm pretty sure I can actually call the province right here, so it would probably not be a horrible idea to attack them. Holstein is another potential victim, so yeah, there's a lot of opportunity here. I can actually peacefully vassalize Holstein if I bring the relations up high enough. I think we might do that instead. Again, securing the coast takes priority, blocking Muscovy, top priority. Second priority, deal with the colonizers. Third, just take whatever coastal regions I can. The peacefully getting Holstein in a union, or as a vassal here, and annexing them is probably not the worst of ideas. It'll also give me a platform to attack Denmark from. But again, it's kind of a weird setup here, so I'll have to consider it as we go. Going through Crimea would have been the most obvious way to get to Muscovy, but I can't fight the Ottomans right now. That is a definite conclusion. As you can see, the only reason why Lithuania doesn't like me a lot is because I completely forgot about handing Riga over to them. I will probably do that during the next war. Can I actually fabricate a claim on Riga? I can, but they're in a coalition against me. Hansa is allied with Riga over, so I can use them as a way to get a attack set up against everyone else. That's again a possibility, but I have no idea how it would actually work out. Just have to wait and see. For now, I'll do a little bit of a consideration who I want to attack. Going off the lines is definitely a potentially good move, but I don't know how it will work out in terms of getting a core set up here. I can live with... Damn, my voice is really broken today. Anyways, I can live with a little bit of overextension. That's not really an issue here. So I think all in all, going off the Leinster is probably a good idea. I think that is. Yeah, I think going off the Leinster is a good idea. So we're going to actually start moving troops here into England. We're going to get their military access. We're going to quit the Holstein, quit impressing Holstein for the moment. I'm already improving relations with Scotland, so I can annex them once the time comes. So we're going to... Well, I didn't actually want to ask military access from them, but that doesn't matter. We'll get military access here from England, and we'll use them as a staging area for attack on Leinster. With our stability, it shouldn't actually be an issue dealing with that either. And I think, depending of course on how many men they have, we'll probably place most men in Scotland. We'll see. So I'll just set everything up here, and we'll go for the war. The Teutonic Order just left the military coalition against us, which is kind of awkward since I kind of want to attack them more or less right away here. The ally with Riga and Mecklenburg, both potential targets, so I think what I'm actually going to do here is just go for fabricating a claim on Mecklenburg, because if I can take them, I will. And I don't know really if I want to, but I think we are going to go for that fabrication of claim. We have more or less our army ready here in Scotland, so I am going to just get my guy back home here. Again, probably, well, bad priorities from my side here, but it should work. 15,000 men versus their 5 should lead me, or give me, a fairly alright victory, I would presume. I would probably have to use my own guys here when it comes to fighting the enemy here. We'll have to see what I actually end up with. But first, we're just going to attack Leinster. Brandenburg, declare war upon Bohemia. That's kind of interesting, but not that important. We're going to get 2 war extortion here, which I'll probably just get rid of at once. The ally with Scotland. So yeah. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Again, you can't actually use any other than your own land as a staging ground, so I need actually a fleet that can beat Scotland's. Which means I need to build 2 big ships before I can actually make any moves here, which is very much disappointing. Potentially I could try and just sneak my army, but I have a pretty bad feeling about this. We're going to make an attempt though and see if I can stay clear of the Scottish and also the Leinster Navy here. We'll see how it goes. I managed to pull something off with the this army right here, so that's good at least. But of course now Scotland will have had the opportunity to strengthen their own defences, which will potentially be very bad for me. I will still be attempting to get these guys, well, safely back to my territories and then into to Ireland again. Shouldn't be an issue. If I can just beat the Scottish army, then we are basically done. Unless, of course, I have no idea if they can actually get that event against me that spawns soldiers for them. I would presume they can, but I can always hope that they can't. We'll have to wait and see. Seems like they are using their navy here to block this area right here. So that could potentially become an issue. But once I've sieged these 3, I'm pretty sure Scotland will more or less fall to my demands. And their navy was. Luckily enough, I didn't fight it. I just snuck past. We're going to move our fleet army into Meth here, and hopefully that'll allow me to take Leinster without any problems per se. We'll see if that's the case. As you can see, I've also lost another point of stability. That's due to that is due to the sword is stronger than the book event, which gives you -1 stability, no choice in the matter, which is not the best, but not really too much I can do about it at the moment. But I think I'm just going to save my points for now, because we're definitely most likely going to go after the Teutons as soon as this war is over. And Lithuania has gotten some manpower back. I'll just have to keep a good eye here on Muscowy. Once they get to Admin Tech 7, we definitely have to attack. So if I can just build up a little bit more of a power base then to actually wreck their troops, then I would be happy. And also, of course, if I can stop some colonizers during the time, things are definitely going to be looking a lot better. We're actually going to lose this battle. Yes, we are. Just retreat for the time being. Just wear them down, potentially. Conquest against Mecklenburg is up. Good. So I guess I'll actually go ahead now and declare war on the Teutonic Order right away. They don't have any more allies. I can take out the provinces that they have allied with them to some degree. We can't subjugate them. I actually have the mission to do that, but I think we're just going to go for a straight out conquest here. Austria will join in, which is very good. So all in all, but do I want Austria to join? I'm pretty sure we can trample these guys on my own, especially with the help of the Lithuania. Now, we're not going to call in Austria, we're going to deal with this on our own. And I got a Regency Council, because things are funny that way. Let's see here. 3 more years, and the Regency Council is horrible. It really just is horrible. We're going to up our stability a couple of points. Not the best use of admin points, but I kind of have to. Now, this is just plain bullshit. As you can see here, due to me declaring another war, these guys became Yeah, it actually makes sense, but even so, it's just infuriating. I'll probably have to give up my sieges here and run for cover, I would presume. Because if not, I'm going to end up in trouble here. Hope, Medina, Savoy, sure. But yeah, I'll probably have to run for cover with the guys that are currently sieging in Scotland. Because worst case scenario here, they'll probably, or the Scottish will probably realize that they can go ashore and screw me over. The S for Privileges Convention Particularities. So this sucks. After the concession of the nobility in 1425 and during the 13 Years' War, Casimir IV was again forced to new concessions. To be able to raise troops, among them a load of mercenaries, the king needed money from the Slatsa, or Stratka. In an effort to solve the monarchy pressing problems, he had to accept that he had Sava privileges, implying that the nobility had the right to hold local convention particularities, without which no troops could be raised and no taxes extracted. In this way, the nobility got an efficient and powerful organization with a joint mutual interest and the power of the military and taxation legislative procedure. Well, accept it. Stability cost minus 20%, technology cost plus 5%, or 16 noble regiments. Right now, I can't deal with 16 noble regiments, so I guess we'll just accept it. I hope that I can get rid of it later, but no promises there of any kind. Can I bypass the navy? I can, so that is good. I'm going to drop these guys off in England, I think. Because that is the best way to drop them. And I'll trade them out with that army over there. So we'll see how this plays out once I've done that. Hopefully that will play out to my advantage. I'm going to leave a horse regiment. Because I can only bring 8... I can't actually leave that horse regiment, can I? No. Can I go into... No, that didn't help either. I have to actually go home. It doesn't matter. Hopefully those guys can keep them at bay. The siege of Fife is over, and that actually solves my issues. Well, at least to some degree. Since that is now recognized as my territory. So, I'm going to use that as to an advantage here, get troops back to Leinster. And that should hopefully give me... hopefully now we can actually beat them. It's, again, a little bit dodgy. I should probably check on the other war. Yeah, I lost my king. I want to hire a general. They have a pretty damn good general, but I can allow to take these guys also over there, and that should be enough. So, yeah, it seems like we more or less have solved this already. Mecklenburg also joined in, so that's good. We're just going to set up siege squads. We're going to have those guys go to Mecklenburg. Going to send another one to... No, I'm going to have to deal with the Riga army later. But this should be perfectly alright. So I'll just allow the sieges to commence here. The goal with this war will most likely be Mecklenburg, Marienburg, Ostpreußen, and Riga. If I can get everything, that would be good. But we'll have to wait and see. There we go. The siege of the last province of Scotland is more or less done. We can now vassalize them, and we'll do just that. We'll take a little bit of money, of course, too, because I need that. The aggressive expansion here is going to be a, well, an annoying thing to deal with, especially the one with most of the northern states here. Leinster, Norway doesn't like it, England doesn't like it, which is not that surprising. But we will take Scotland here, and I'll most likely, if the English do not join a coalition against me, I'll most likely actually end up moving the other army right over here and go for war with them. We'll also go ahead here and fabricate a claim on colonize more or less right away to take them out as well, out of the equation, that is. And I think that should be perfectly reasonable. With Leinster, we can also fabricate claims on the western coast here, which is basically what we'll be doing. And hopefully we can take some of the land. I'll have to wait and see here. The Hansa joined a military coalition against us, good. Well, not too good, but I can live with that. They're not really that important. Lithuania started to move against Riga, that is good, because I kind of need them to take that. And other than that, it's not really too much else going on. But if we take a quick look here on the amount of soldiers that the English can raise, they actually can raise quite a bit here. 27,000. That's a little bit too much for me to deal with, I think. I think that is. So if I go for having some mercenaries too, then we can probably deal with that. But I'm a little bit... it's still a little bit of a gamble. But judging by the fact that they're currently at war down here, I could potentially use that to my advantage, hunt down the smaller armies here, and so forth to get everything to work out to my advantage even so. But I'm a little bit unsure how that would actually work out. So we'll be a little bit careful here. We'll try to get the siege of Lysa done quickly, but nothing here that actually hints for something like that happening. Just go for a quick annexation here of Mecklenburg, because I do want to start the coring of that province more or less ASAP. 53 admin points, kill it with that. I'm going to move these guys into Valmir or Marienburg. Brandenburg announced Bohemia as their rival, not really a problem for us. And again, I kind of have to move my entire army into England if I want this to work. And I think I can do that. Again, it's kind of a difficult problem, really, because attacking England is potentially very bad. But if I can attack them while they're still at war with, as you know, the area right here, then I can potentially use, let's say, the Austrians against them. That would be good. And also I can use Austria as defense at home, so moving every single one of my troops over there is not as horrible an idea as it actually sounds. It's probably the best idea I can come up with at this point. So we'll see what we end up with there. I'll allow Riga to besiege before I make any peace with the Teutons, and my city is slowly but surely being besieged. I should probably move, might as well just pick up these guys and send them into Scotland, send them back, then make something work there. Of course, if I can vassalize colonize before I declare war, then I don't really need any troops in Ireland. Then I can just use the colonize troops to keep the Irish at bay, or the English Irish province at bay, depending on how you want to look at it. So, again, there's a lot of potential here, but I'm a little bit unsure when it comes to, as I said, coring. I kind of have to pick my walls. So Connaught has a claim to the Irish province, which is good. Connaught probably has a claim to this one as well. I could probably sell it to them then, I hope. So if I could get a claim selling this to Connaught, taking that, giving it to Connaught, and potentially force them to even have claims on these. So yeah, Connaught and Scotland could definitely become a very important player here in taking down England. But we also have the issue with Portugal. There's a lot of what ifs in this picture. But we'll probably attack England very soon. And for now, we'll just allow the Lithuanians to complete the siege over here. But this is all we have time for this episode. Muscovy is still, as you know, a threat, but in the colonization aspect. But right now, they haven't gotten that far yet. I'll rather try and slow down the other colonizers before going after Muscovy. Again, it's kind of stupid since I give them a base of power, but I'm pretty sure I can kick their ass with Lithuania and Poland. And potentially, if I even manage to drag Austria into that, we'll be pretty good. We'll have a pretty good chance of beating them. Anyways, we'll consider that closer next time. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I hope to see you around next time. Bye.